Hi folks, Doug Flavin here at the SIG SAUER Academy. We're going to talk today about effectively shooting from the prone position. Prone position should be one of your more stable shooting positions, but due to ineffective technique and body positioning, a lot of folks seem to struggle with it. We're going to talk mainly about shooting from unsupported positions, meaning not using something artificial like a sandbag or a vise or something like that. You're only using your body and the rifle itself to support you. So when we're down in the prone position, we want to be able to use our magazine, which we'll always have, to keep the rifle stable on target for us. If the nature of the target, meaning the elevation of the target relative to our position, is not conducive to that, or if our body type or our equipment is not conducive to that, meaning we wind up having to strain our neck too much, we'll have to raise the rifle up off the ground, not using that magazine for support, and instead use our bones and muscles to support. If we have the base of our arms too wide, we wind up using too much muscle to support the rifle. We can get away with this for short periods of time, but over a longer period of time, we're going to become fatigued and wind up having an unstable position. So we'll work ourselves down into our prone position. And as I said, if at all possible, we're going to use our magazine to support the rifle. It's going to give us contact with the ground and a nice stable base. If, however, because of our body type, our equipment, or the location of our target to our position, we cannot get an effective cheek weld and see our sights on target, we'll have to lift the rifle up off the ground in order to bring the sights in line with our eyes and our target. As we do this, the closer we can get our elbows to below the rifle, the better off we'll be, because we're using bone support to hold the rifle up, as opposed to having our arms wide and straining to use muscular support. So we'll go ahead, we're going to shoot a couple of groups. We'll shoot the first group with the magazine planted on the ground and the rifle nice and stable. Let's give that a try. Our second group, we'll go ahead and elevate the rifle, but use mainly muscle support to keep it off the ground. Now I'll go ahead and draw my arms in closer together and use that bone support that we mentioned. All right, let's go check it out and see how well we did. All right, folks, let's take a look at the results we were able to achieve using the different techniques. Our first group that we used, the magazine resting on the ground, pretty tight, reasonable 50-yard prone group. Move over to our next group, where we were only using exaggerated muscle support, our elbows very wide. Group size opened up considerably. Then we go to our third group, where we brought our elbows closer in line with the rifle and used more bone support. We were able to bring that group size back down, almost comparable to having the magazine resting on the ground. So for more tips and tactics, go ahead and check out SIGSauerAcademy.com.